Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen around the world. Today, our broadcast and in this wonderful media, YouTube, about what really the discussion was about between the Iraqi delegation, the United States of America, and the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, the American Secretary of Foreign Affairs, or the State Department. There were so many speculation about that visit for about 1 week or more, little bit more. But the question here, what was the real issue in connection with that visit? We all know there is a new Middle East in the formation. Iraq is the center of this Middle East and the key player. So there are issues to bring such situation into absolute reality. The new Iraq should be on a certain criteria. The new political system in Iraq will be changed. Whether there are some circles around here and there, around the world, oppose such change and reconstruction of Iraq, yet that's what will happen. It is not a coincidence that the Pope of the Vatican came and visited Iraq about 2 years ago, just for a visit, just for a tour. It's not for a tour, it's for establishing a new political system, a new faith and belief, which all depend on the Abraham look and Abraham issue. We all know that Abraham, the Sumerian Abraham, during the Sumerian civilization in Iraq, he is the grandfather of all who established the three holy religions of God: Judaism, Christianity, and Mohammedans. All of them, they are in the cycle, the same cycle, inside the same cycle of holy religions of God, and that is the Abrahamian cycle, or Islam. Islam is not an issue which appeared during the era of Prophet Muhammad. Islam is an issue which far, far beyond appeared at the era of Abraham. The father of all prophets. So today there is a new Middle East forming according to this criteria, the Abraham states, which be the Abraham international states. And this is from Iraq. Who is the center? I mean, who? Abraham. Who is the center, the focus, and the center of the focus of all those issues. That's why after this visit we start to hear, and the people in the area start to sign for Abraham Accords, or the state of Abraham in Iraq. So Iraq must be the center of this, the new Middle East. Therefore and thereafter, there will be any state in this area out of the circle. Cannot be, will not be, shouldn't be, and must not be. It is, people are mixing in the Middle East, they are mixing between building a relationship with the state of Israel, the Jewish state, and between the state of Abraham. The Jewish state is part of the state of Abraham because Judaism is one and the first religion of God's the three holy religions. So in fact, Abraham, the father of Isaac and the father of Ismail, and then grandfather of Jacob, and all the people of Israel. So the Holy Land of Abraham, his sons, especially Isaac and Jacob, is Iraq. So Israel is part of this new Middle East. It's part of it because the main thing is the state of Abraham, which is the true look of Judaism, Christianity, and Mohammedan Islam. So, no single state in the area will be allowed not to sign the Abraham Accords. But this is not concerning Israel as a state, because Israel as a state, it will be inside the circle of Abraham state. It will be a part of the Abraham state, but not the whole part. So it's not a matter between the Arab states or other countries in this area to sign or to build a diplomatic relationship with Israel. It's illogical. Israel part of Abraham, the first and the holy part of the Jewish in the Abraham state. So you cannot, no one can deny it, Israel existence in this circle, in this holy circle. Also, there are criteria to sign the Abraham Accords. That doesn't mean any state without these criteria will sign the Abraham Accords, because there are laws for this or that country to be accepted in the circle of Abraham state. There are laws they have to fulfill before can be accepted in Abraham state circle. This is the new Middle East alliance under Abraham state, which in time their other country will join to be international Abraham states. We are not talking about illusions. We are not talking about fantasies. We are talking about historical, religious type of issue, which should have taken place long time ago. It was established in 1989. Establish the plan for Abraham state. And all the basis for such state were put strong inside the land of Abraham, which is Iraq. You can't have a state, an Abraham state, divided or dissolved, or it composed of legions and regions. It will be, must be, should be as a one state. From the far north of Iraq on the border with Turkey, which is also included, and it is a main participant in Abraham state, that is Turkey or Turkey. No one can isolate Turkey, or no one allowed to isolate Turkey or Turkey. Turkey, as the Turks want their country to be pronounced Turkey. So Abraham state in Iraq should be one state, not regions, not legions, not belong to any of the neighbors, such as the dark, evil crows of the Persian religious clergymen. That's why now we have a new issue in the area, in the region. Iraq is the center of this issue. Iraq is the holy center of the whole world, not only the Middle East, because there will be other people from other nations will be inside this circle who believe in the, or they have the faith in the three holy religions of God under the Abraham Accords. You can't accept regimes who has dictatorship or has darkness crows, such the clergyman regime in Iran. That will not stand and will not be allowed to continue to exist. That's why Iran regime will be toppled, will be ended. A new regime will take place. Iran cannot be considered as part of Abraham circle. Is way far from being considered as Abraham circle partner. So the Saudis well aware of that fact, and they are willing to do so to maintain their existence and their ruling system, because there is no space to anyone reject the rising of Abraham state. There is no single state will not sign the Abraham Accords. It doesn't concern with Israel. Israel part of it. When you sign, then you are under the flagship of Abraham state. All the nation of the world, their economical part, financial part is coming from Iraq, from the Jews, and this is a fact. Now that sector of the Jews, who are called the nation of Israel, the holy nation of the Israel, who belong long time before Abraham to Sam. The forefather of Prophet Abraham, the son of Noah. So you can't just say, no, sorry, I can't accept the Jews in Israel. No, this is not gonna happen. It will not be allowed to happen. That's why Israel part of the new Abraham state. There will be no single state saying, no, I will not sign. As we said just a while ago, every bits and pieces of economical issue and financial issue around, all around the world is controlled by the Jews. And this is a fact. None can deny, none can ignore. What will happen if the Jews in one point will come and say, hey, you, why should one help one when one doesn't respect one? It's a legitimate question. None can criticizes this issue, this question. Why I should help you? If you don't want me, if you don't like me, if you don't prove my existence, why I should help you? Go and help yourself. The new Middle East is completely different than the old one. It is the reflected mirror of the world as God wants to be. This important issue, we wanted to explain the issue for you and the people, the rest of the people around the world, especially in the Middle East. It is not normalize the diplomatic, economical, political, other issues and forms relationship between one state and Israel. It is not nothing, no one can say normalize, because is Israel part of Abraham state. So there is nothing, it is nothing of normalizing the relationship. Even when we say, oh, the United States brought the Iraqi delegation and they told them, hey, look guys, you have to normalize with Israel. You have to let Basra al-Aqaba oil pipeline to go through. This is not the issue. The pipeline was carrying oil from Basra, and by the way, Basra in all histories, or all times, in all history, it is a Jewish state, or it's a Jewish prophet in Iraq. Long time. Before Sumerian, there is a civilization which goes about 20 to 30, even more than that, 1,000 years before Christ. Snebo. That civilization was built by Sam. So you can't say, oh look guys, we want to send oil through a pipeline to Al-Aqaba. It's not Al-Aqaba. It is for Eilat. It is for Israel. No single person can stop that. This is the heritage of the Jews from their motherland Basra. You can't just ignore it and say, okay, I don't like that. Who are you to say that? You are nothing. So the issue is not issue of normalizing relationship, it's issue more and far more deeper than what the surface minded people think. It is about a new world order. Depend on reality, depend on history, depend on the origin of those chosen by God to be the favorite for God, the favorite ones for God, and that's the people of Israel. You can't just omit them from the surface of the earth. They are the reality of God on earth. So you just can't omit them. They were there in Iraq, in Basra, before the existence of any other civilization or humans. They are the secret of God. So you just can't say, hey guys, we want scrap the Jews out of history. You can't. Simply you can't. No single nation can. Because without the financial support and economical support of the Jews, no single nation, no single country, no single state can exist, develop, progress with prosperity. It's time for everyone in the area, in the Middle East, to cut it short. Whether you accept or reject, whether you agree or deny, worth nothing. Your opinion is worth nothing. What was planned, and it is becoming a total reality on the ground. Through the Abraham state. So the issue of Iraqi delegation, who are those people anyway to say we don't and we do not want? They are scum. These mites, just scum, brought by the Americans to rule Iraq, to destroy Iraq. The Iraq of the Jews, of the Jacobians, the people of Musa, the people of Israel. So who are you to tell me what to do in my country? You are nothing. I didn't see that you are exist. So the issue of Iraq, because we are not talking about those scum. We are talking about the Abraham state of Iraq, which will rule the Middle East and has the upper hand around all the world. So people, be clear in your mind and in your thinking, and think in a rational way. The issue here is not just signing Abraham Accords, whether one like or doesn't like, all the same, his likes or his doesn't like, all the same, one will sign. will sign, sorry. But the issue is not to normalize the relation between this state or this country and with Israel. This is some talks of empty-minded people, because Israel and the Jews exist before their existence. Never in whatever law on this earth you can equalize the supreme with the minor. This is the whole idea of the issue. A new Iraq is rising, and none can stop that, because hands in hands of all Jews around the world to regain control on their holy land of their grandfather, forefather, Abraham. Thank you very much for being with us on this broadcast. It's a recorded broadcast. We are extending our hands as Jews to every nation in the world to look the way we look, the peaceful way, for a new, stable, secure, better world, and new, secure, better new world system. God bless you. Peace upon you. Thank you for joining us in this humble broadcast. Me is Moshe Benjamin. Thank you very much.